At 45, John thought his body was just following the normal path of aging. The nightly trips to the bathroom, the weak stream, the restless sleep, he shrugged them off as just getting older. But he was wrong. These were not harmless quirks of age. They were early warning signs from his prostate, signals that something deeper was happening. What shocked John, and what may shock you, is that the solution wasn't in pills, surgeries, or expensive treatments. The answer was hidden in a natural routine that most men have been taught to feel shame about, a habit that, when done with awareness, can completely change the way your prostate ages. I'm Dr. Catherine Rocker, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping seniors reclaim their vitality. I've seen countless men who thought decline was inevitable, only to discover that the problem wasn't their age. It was the way they cared for their body. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 powerful biological changes triggered by regular prostate release. These aren't myths or old wives' tales. They're grounded in science, confirmed in the clinic, and they may forever change how you view your own body. If you've noticed yourself waking up 2 or 3 times at night just to urinate, if your stream feels weaker, or you constantly feel like your bladder isn't emptying, you are not alone. Millions of men over 50 live with these exact frustrations every single day. But here's the truth. This isn't simply normal aging. These are signs of a prostate under stress, stress that builds slowly, silently, until it begins to control your daily life. In my practice, I've seen 2 very different groups of men. The first are those who ignore these early warnings. They adapt their routines around the nearest bathroom. They lose sleep. Their confidence fades. And they eventually require medical interventions that could have been avoided. The second group, they learn how to care for their prostate naturally. They treat it the same way you'd maintain a car engine or brush your teeth, small, consistent habits that prevent big problems. These men sleep better, enjoy more comfort, and carry themselves with confidence because they understand one powerful truth. Decline is not inevitable. And the difference between these 2 groups often comes down to one overlooked habit. Change 1. Clearing prostate congestion. Think of your prostate as a tiny but vital factory. Its job is to produce and process the fluids that keep your reproductive system healthy. But like any factory, it needs a way to clear out old stock. Without regular maintenance, the channels begin to clog, fluids back up, pressure builds. What should nourish your body instead becomes stagnant and harmful. It's just like a garden hose left out in the yard. When water sits inside for too long, sludge forms, and the hose clogs. Your prostate works the same way. Without a release routine, congestion takes over. I once treated a 65-year-old entrepreneur who had neglected this part of his health for decades, believing it wasn't important. By the time he came to my clinic, his discomfort was severe. Tests revealed that his prostate was literally swollen with accumulated fluids, drowning under its own weight. Now compare that to another patient of mine, age 70, who maintained a simple routine of self-care 3 times a week. His prostate exams were indistinguishable from those of a man 30 years younger. No swelling, no pain, no constant urgency, just comfort and vitality. The lesson is clear. Regular release isn't indulgence. It's essential maintenance. It keeps the channels open, prevents painful congestion, and allows your prostate to function as it was designed. Change 2. Hormonal reset. Inside your prostate is a powerful little engine, and the fuel that drives it is a hormone called DHT, dihydrotestosterone. In small amounts, DHT is vital. It helps shape male strength, hair growth, and development. But as men age, too much of this hormone acts like fuel that overheats the engine. That overheating is what doctors call prostate enlargement. It's the reason you feel that pressure, the reason your stream weakens, the reason you're pulled out of bed in the middle of the night. Now here's the surprising part. Every time you release, your body performs a natural reset. The act of ejaculation lowers DHT levels, giving your prostate a break. It's like shutting down a hot engine to let it cool and recalibrate. I once treated 2 brothers in their 50s, same family history, same genetics. But their habits couldn't have been more different. The first ignored his body's needs. His prostate engine ran nonstop. His PSA was elevated, and his life revolved around the nearest bathroom. The second brother embraced a regular release routine. His DHT levels stayed balanced, his exams were clean, and his prostate health looked decades younger. This isn't magic, it's biology. Each reset gives your body the chance to cool, restore balance, and protect long-term vitality. Change. 3. Cellular cleansing and renewal. There's another hidden benefit of regular release, and this one works on the deepest level, your cells. Every time you ejaculate, your prostate isn't just expelling fluid, it's going through a powerful cleansing cycle. The muscle contractions you feel are more than a sensation. They act like a high-pressure washer, flushing out old fluids, cellular debris, and microscopic waste that would otherwise linger inside the gland. Left unchecked, that buildup fuels irritation, inflammation, and long-term damage. When the gland is emptied, something remarkable happens. Fresh, oxygen-rich blood rushes in, tissues are nourished, circulation improves, and the prostate is essentially refreshed from the inside out. Over time, this cycle of cleansing and renewal keeps the gland resilient, healthy, and functioning smoothly. In clinical practice, I've seen men who maintain this simple habit age with far fewer prostate complications. They sleep better, experience less discomfort, and feel stronger in their daily lives. Their secret isn't a pill. It's giving their body the chance to reset and cleanse itself, week after week. This cellular renewal is the foundation of lasting prostate health. It's nature's built-in repair system, if you give it the chance to work. Again and again, I hear the same worry from men over 50. Doctor, I'm too old for that. Isn't it embarrassing to still rely on self-release? This belief is dangerous. Society teaches men to feel shame about a habit that is, in fact, essential maintenance. Ignoring it as you age doesn't protect your dignity. It accelerates decline. Think about it this way. Would you stop brushing your teeth at 60? Of course not. You know that without daily care, decay sets in. Your prostate is no different. The older you get, the more important regular maintenance becomes. The stigma, the cultural silence, the whispered jokes, these are barriers that rob men of health and confidence. In truth, caring for your prostate in this natural way is not indulgence. It's an act of responsibility, of self-respect. When you embrace this, you stop seeing it as a guilty secret and start seeing it as hygiene for one of the most vital glands in your body. And when that perspective shifts, so does your health. One of my patients, Arthur, taught me a lesson I'll never forget. He was a 70-year-old retired carpenter, a man with rough hands from decades of building homes. But behind his strong frame was a quiet sadness. He didn't come to me because of pain. He came because of silence. The silence in his marriage, the loss of confidence, the way he no longer saw himself as the man he once was. Arthur admitted that for years he believed intimacy, even with himself, had an expiration date. He thought self-care was childish or shameful. By the time he walked into my office, he was living with regret, convinced that part of his life was gone forever. I guided him through a simple routine of maintenance, regular prostate release, supported by exercise and a balanced diet. Within weeks, his energy shifted. When he returned, there was a brightness in his eyes I hadn't seen before. He leaned across my desk and told me in a trembling voice, "Doctor, I thought I had lost the man my wife once loved. If I had known this 30 years ago, I could have given her more than just a tired companion. I could have given her the husband she deserved." That regret was deep, but what struck me more was the new light in him, because he had realized it wasn't too late to reclaim his vitality. Every man eventually reaches a crossroads. On one path is the story society quietly pushes, the slow acceptance of decline, the belief that fatigue, broken sleep, and fading confidence are just part of aging. That path leads to discomfort, medical interventions, and regret. But there is another way, the path of knowledge and self-care. You've now seen the science for yourself. Regular prostate release isn't a shameful indulgence. It's a biological necessity that protects your health in 3 powerful ways. It clears congestion before it can cause damage. It resets hormones, cooling the prostate's engine. It renews tissues at the cellular level, preserving vitality. When combined with healthy habits like exercise, hydration, and a balanced diet, this routine becomes one of the most effective natural tools you have for lifelong comfort. Your future is not written yet. You can choose the path of decline or the path of vitality, confidence, and well being. The choice is yours. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button so more men can learn this truth, and subscribe for more insights on how to protect and restore your health naturally. Remember, your body already has the tools for healing. All it needs is your permission to use them.